Okay, this is the materials I'll be using for my next project. The black and pink and green fabric was fabric that I purchased from eBay a couple of years ago. I liked the fabric. I knew I would be making a coat or jacket or a dress out of it, but not exactly which. But now that I've gotten the idea of what I want to use for it. Now I'm ready to make it. And actually, I've already started on the sleeves for this garment. And what I did is I pulled the various colors and the flowers from the fabric and did the sheer sleeves. And it was because of the sleeves that I was so excited about doing that really made me excited about doing this project, or what I'm going to be creating with this. Okay, these are some of the accessories I'm going to be using for this project. And here are some of the beads, which I've used already on the sleeves. They're really small beads, and these are going to be all hand sewn onto the garment. Some pink ribbon here, and also some of the gray beads as well. And I'm going to take and basically use this around the areas of the flowers and so forth that probably will be on the lower part of the sleeves. And this is another ribbon that I may or may not be using, but all of these beads and ribbons and accessories are materials that I had purchased some time ago. And then I was giving some also from a friend of mine. So I usually keep all of these because I never know what project I'm going to be using them on, either now or in the near future. Originally, the fabric, because it had design, the flower design just kind of came to a abrupt end. So I decided that I need to add a little bit more to it to kind of pull everything together. So here I've added on the pink fabric at the bottom, and then I put the silver and black trim here. And it doesn't come to an end so abruptly. It kind of blends and brings all the pieces together. And these are the panels for the front portion of the blouse. So here, I decided to add the pink on the end of the fabric because without it, it just looked plain and it just kind of came to an end. So I wanted to add a little bit more to it. But once I added the pink on, I saw that I still needed to blend it a little bit more. So I found this black and silver ribbon that I'm going to be also placing above the pink on top of the end of the skirt part of the garment. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to sew it straight across onto the black and the pink. And what's nice about this is that it stitches on pretty simple. You don't need a special needle or anything for it. You can just use your regular stitching settings and then sew it on. Okay, these are the panels that I showed you earlier in which I added the pink to the bottom and then added the trim. And this is the blouse that I've also done where I'm going to be attaching the panels, the two single ones in the front and the one wider one in the back, to the blouse top. And then we'll be attaching the sleeves also. And I'll be making a skirt later on to match this outfit. Okay, here is the lower portion of the sleeves that I'm making. And notice that I put hand-sewn beads onto the fabric here around the flower design. Now I'm going to show you how I was able to do the string of beads and then hand sew them on. And what I'm using here is called a bead spinner, and you drop your beads inside, and they do give you a fish hook that you can use in order to thread the beads, but I'm going to just use a regular needle. Okay, so here's the bead spinner. I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to tilt it a little bit because I'm going to be using a regular needle. And here you go. Here are the beads. And since I've only need a few beads to sew around the flowers, I can use a regular needle. Okay, so what I'm going to do, since I've had my short strand of beads, I just knotted it in on the first stitch, and then I'm going to hold it around the design and just going to slip stitch it around. A word about beading, which some people don't understand. When properly attached and you don't want your beads to fall off, beading is a labor-intensive work. So be sure to factor in the time for beading when making or repairing garments. One of the reasons I was excited about making this duster is because of the sleeves. Creating the sleeves really inspired me to create this duster. I wanted to really do something special with the sleeves that would really make them stand out. The sleeves are made up of 3 pieces: the sheer fabric, the vine design, and the cuff. Let me show you how I did it. Please let me know in the comments what you think of the sleeves. Okay, this portion is going to be the lower edge of the sleeve. And what I've done here so far is that I did some beading around the flowers. And what that does is gives it some definition. And this is how I did this. I took 2 pieces of fabric and just cut out a circle. And this is the lining. And then just placed it on top of each other on the wrong side. And I stitched it around in a circle and cut out the center hole. And I came up with this piece here. And just like in this piece where I did the bead work around, I'm going to do the same thing here. And the print pieces, they don't have to be exactly the same. Now here's a close-up of the sleeves. I must say, creating this vine leaf design really got my creative juices flowing. I hope you like it. Okay, we're going to take a closer look first at the top. And this fabric is a cotton fabric actually, but it has these metallic silver threads that run through it, and you can kind of see the flex of it as the light hits it. One of the details of this jacket is the piping. We did the piping around the upper part of the collar, right down to the front to the waist area, and it kind of set the black off where you can see the details more. These are the sleeves that I created, and I do have a separate video that shows you exactly how I was able to create this leaf design. And you notice here at the edge, another detail I did is that I actually did the bead work around the print. Now this fabric did have a nice bold floral design, but one thing you want to remember when you're working with bold prints is sometimes you may have to break those prints up with solid fabric. Okay, so what we also did, as I said earlier, when you're working with such a bold fabric, sometimes you need a solid color to kind of break up the boldness of the print. And so here what I created is a kiwi color green skirt, and this has a 4-way mesh knit fabric, and it's lined in a kiwi knit fabric as well. And then we brought the pink back in by adding a pink ribbon at the bottom of the skirt to bring the colors back, pull the colors back up forward to where in the jacket. Notice at the end of the duster, I placed a pink fuchsia ribbon fabric. I did this to add more color to the end of the duster, and it tied back in nice with the floral print. Second, I added a silver and black trim above the pink fuchsia ribbon. The black silver trim brings out the silver flecks in the upper part of the duster. Now let's take a look at the back of the duster. I was able to carry the beautiful floral print around to the back of the duster. And boy, it makes a statement. I just love it, and I hope you love it too. Let me know in the comments down below. For accessories, I selected snakeskin kiwi green shoes and a green purse. Now here's the view of the back. As you see walking away, you notice the beautiful floral print on the upper part of the back, and then you have slightly the black in the center where the waist area is, and then the florals pick back up again from the back, from the waist down to the bottom of the jacket. And once again we see the silver and black trim as well as the pink fuchsia trim. And the front. If you enjoy this unique creations, please subscribe to my channel, Creations by Chris, for more of my creations. Finally, some pictures of me wearing this beautiful floral duster at a convention I attended. A picture of me with my nephew and husband, my sister and a friend, and once again me wearing the duster. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my channel, Creations by Chris. And remember, we'll be giving away a beautiful Indian sari to one of our subscribers. Ladies, would you like to win an Indian sari? That's right, Creations by Chris is going to be giving this Indian sari away to one of our subscribers. So sign up as a subscriber for your opportunity to win this Indian sari. All the rules for the contest will be published shortly, but you will have to be a subscriber to Creations by Chris to enter the contest.